Hi, and today we're talking Britstops, one of these. So as you can tell, this is a rather well used, well thumbed, lots of little bits in there, a piece of equipment. Now, Britstops has been around for, I believe, over 10 years. It was a husband and wife team that started it. They took the idea from in France again, I believe, and they ran with it over here, and it's been a great service. I really enjoyed having the book and using the book and being part of the community, and therein lies the tale of woe that's about to unfold today. Now, we're off to a Britstops. We're off to one that I've been to before, but not for a good few years. I remember it's been very, very nice. Lovely place to park up. So we'll see whether that's still the same when we get there. Good morning, let me show you something. Not all Britstops are equal. So this is our view this morning out of the van. As you can see, it's an utterly glorious morning. And we're right on the edge of the canal. And there's us. So, what a great place to wake up. This is my view right now. I'm completely alone, apart from the bird song, on the canal just outside of Rugby. It's absolutely stunning here. I've basically paddled up a fair old way, so I've left sort of civilization behind. Behind me off in the distance, there's some narrow boats, but other than that, it's just me. So this is great. I'm on the kayak and yeah, you can see the torch. Basically back there's quite a long tunnel. Now, you're allowed to go through it, but you need to have a torch to do so if you're paddling, which is what I am. So yeah, that's what the torch is for. Other than that, it's absolutely stunning around here, as you can see, having a wonderfully relaxed afternoon by myself out on the kayak. This is the book itself. In keeping with tradition, I'm going to try not to give too much of the game away, but here, as you can see, it gives you a map and it breaks down the areas, and then what happens then is you get, from this breakdown, It tells you all about the stopover. It gives you some information with regards to amenities, parking, that sort of thing. Now, you may or may not be aware that Britstops was recently bought last year, I believe, by an American company. And as such, things are changing in the world of Britstops, and not everyone's happy about it, myself included. So, as I say, Britstops is a fantastic tool, and it's been a great help along the way there for people like myself. You know, some lovely stopovers, some helping local businesses, great for us for park ups. So many positives on that. But here's the thing: apparently now they're stopping doing the book, the actual physical book, and they're moving everything onto an app. Now, obviously, I have both. So the book, and here's the thing, right? One of the reasons we like to get away is because we get away, right? We don't want to be on tech. We don't want to be stuck staring at our phones. We don't want to be drawn back into that world, right? And a lot of the times we don't have internet. And we do that on purpose because we spend most of our lives on our phones, on our screens, on the blooming internet, right? And the whole point of it is to get away, have a technical detox, if you like, right? And it's really important that that isn't spoiled, right? That isn't degraded, that I don't have to switch on my phone and access, you know, that part of the world to figure out where I'm going, right? And that's really where the problem lies, because with the app as the only option available, then that's what happens. And you know, can you remember the old days where, as a kid at Christmas, you'd get the TV Times or whatever it was, and you'd circle the movies that you were going to watch over Christmas and things. And I know it's a bygone era. And the same with the old Argus catalogue for Christmas presents and stuff. You know, have a look at the Argus catalogue, decide what you want for Christmas. That kind of thing. I know it's of a bygone age, and I appreciate that the world has moved on, but sometimes I just hark back to those times, and this is a little sort of relic of that, and I really don't want to relinquish it. I don't want to give that up. I don't know how you feel. Please let me know in the comments, because I find it interesting that that I know on the forums and I know on the Facebook groups and things, a few people have said that they're really not happy, and I'm not happy. You know, I love this book. I like this book. Not only do I like the book and the ability to sit here, you know, and just peruse it, have a look through it, think, oh well, where we're going to be in this area, or we're heading to that area, what kind of things are available. You know, that's great. But also the sticker. So the Britstop sticker, which sits in my windscreen and has done for year on year, is basically a sign to the community, isn't it? You know, we see each other, we see the stickers, and we go, hey guys, you know, we've got something in common. It sparks conversation, it builds that community. Apparently the stickers are stopping as well, so we won't have those either. So I don't know what the answer is, and I honestly, I don't know what's going to happen going forward, because, well, it's not for me to say. And obviously I don't know whether that business runs successfully, not successfully, whether it needs the revamp. You know, I have no idea. That's part of the conversation, I feel, isn't it? You know, so yeah, but from my point of view, the sticker I really like having. Again, it's a great little thing. When I see other people with their stickers, we start conversations, we have a chat, you know, we talk about things, which is really good. The book, absolutely love the book, and will really miss having the book. The app, let me show you the app, and let me show you a little bit about it. So this is the app version. You can see it's in with a number of other apps, and so it opens up very similar in style to the book. You've got the map, you've got locations, and then you can then spin that out and you can hone in to separate areas. You can use the search bar up the top. There's an awful lot to choose from, as you can see here, which is why it's such a good resource. You can filter the app using types of location, types of vehicle. There's a number of different ways that you can do so. So being able to filter is quite good, especially if you're in a larger vehicle, obviously, because some places you don't want to get stuck where you can't get into them. So the app itself is quite useful. You've got your own personal account there. You can put your details in if you require, as much or as little as you need to access it. So overall, it's got quite a lot of functionality to it. I suppose the issue really is the fact that it's not a physical thing. So I suppose the question now is the app better? Does it give you a better service? Is it overall more intelligent in how it works? Because fundamentally, I suppose from a customer point of view, then that's really the thing that matters the most. I like Britstops because it was a little cottage thing. I like Britstops because it was old fashioned. I like Britstops because it had physical products that I could hold in my hand and have a conversation over. All of those things that I liked seem to be going, and it's just another app. And I hate to say this, but there are now a sea of apps out there. Does this now make Britstops obsolete? That's really the question, isn't it? That's the core question of this. Is the USP of Britstops in the physical, in the book, in the sticker, in the community? Because it's just another app. I've got several apps on my phone that, again, as I spoke about earlier, I don't when I'm away, I don't access that. I purposely turn that off. So, if I'm building a sort of outline of a plan of where I'm going to go and what I'm going to do, then I'll sit down and I'll look at it. But that's as far as it goes. And there are several apps that do that really well already. So do we need another one? That's the question. So anyway, enough of me rambling on. This was all just some musings and some thoughts about Britstop and where it's going to be in the future and how it's going to look and are we going to use it, and if we use it, whether it's going to be different, how that's going to translate over time. I really hope it can be figured out, because I'm very fond of Britstops and I got a lot of love for it.